Oh, good morning, Shelley. Thank you for having me.
So you think it's time to woman up. What do you mean about that?
That's right. I think 2015 is the year for women and for all of us to up our game in the corporate world. When you look at it, there's a lot of consumer optimism. There's been a lot of dialogue about women in multiple facets. And I think this is the time for women to look around and say, hey, what are the opportunities for me both inside the firm, in my career, and in my entrepreneurial pursuits?
So exactly what do you want to see women doing when you say woman up?
When I say women up, I looked at all the headlines this year, and the one that intrigued me the most was when Google reported using their data system, their data to say what the discrepancy was on diversity in their workforce. And then 10 other companies followed their lead and became much more transparent about the inequities, particularly between women and men, but also other minorities in the workforce. And then we continued the headlines where we had a Microsoft CEO tell women that they should trust in karma for promotions and salary increases, and that created a whole uprise. And now, as a result, he had to retract his statements, and diversity initiatives became very popular. And so now a lot of companies are looking at, okay, I need to avoid this situation, and now we have diversity initiatives. And then the same year, we had on the U.S. side, Janet Yellen became the chairman of the Federal Reserve, and she said, wait a minute, this isn't a male role. This is a gender-neutral role. So she changed the name to chair. And the momentum just continued into 2015 with companies signing up saying, you know what, we need to do more. So what I say to women is, you have this much visibility going on. This is the time for you to walk in to your companies and say, I'm interested, I'm excited, and I'm optimistic about my prospects, and I want to get involved. And whether it's for promotion, salary moves, salary increases, or lateral moves, this is the year that I think people should voice up.
And what do you think is holding some women back, say, from doing what you're asking them to do in 2015?
I think what it is that one can be that they haven't had any results in the past. Number two is, in some of my research, we find that women are just not as confident about their capabilities as men, and it's just a matter of articulating it. And number three is just not being aware of what are the opportunities in the company. So I think by going way back to the Google, starting to shine a light, which I thought was great, women are not alone in their companies. There's many companies that need to fix the problem and women up.
And more women are just going it alone, starting their own business and being their own boss and starting from there.
Yeah, so I'm very excited about women. You know, women-owned businesses are outpacing all other businesses, particularly in the U.S. at a rate of 1.5 times. And what that says to me is that women are seeing that they have multiple options, that they can work in the corporate world, they can work in the nonprofit world, but they can also pursue business ownership and entrepreneurship. And that to me is pretty exciting because I think those opportunities weren't available in the past as much.
And do you think they're doing that so that there's more flexibility, maybe as far as doing it their own way, but also maybe to help with family life as well, getting that work-life balance?
Well, those could all be factors, but it's also the ability to own your own business and not be told what to do. I mean, women account for many of the franchises. Women's owned businesses are in high growth, and our young women under 30 are really becoming very active in the startups. So I think it's about not only workplace or work-life balance, but I think more importantly, it's about owning your own shop and being able to, design your outcomes rather than have someone telling you what to do.
And you're kind of pushing some women who are going to stay where they are to take that challenge to say, what's going on? What's up for me? What can I do next in this environment, the environment that they are working in, whether it's a corporation or, any kind of business?
I do. I think that, once you ask for things, once you let people know, or what I say, start raising your hand and creating visibility about yourself, people will remember that and people will pay attention. So, on the corporate side, it's looking, assessing your what I call assess your metrics, understand, what you like to do, what you do well, what you can get paid for or promoted for. 2 is keep metrics on yourself so you can show people what your contribution has been to the bottom line, whether that's profit or loss, new customers, better processes, and start to, raise your hand for opportunities and say, are there high visibility projects? Are there cross-functional teams? Are there lateral moves? Are there openings in other parts of the company where I can start to align myself to make a move because I'm interested? I think, in the past we used to wait for the tap on the shoulder and wait for people to recognize our good work.
Mm-hmm.
And today it's more about positioning yourself for success and raising your hand.
And it's really about that confidence and having the confidence to basically say, look what I can do and I can do it, and promoting yourself. And sometimes self-promotion is hard, right?
Self-promotion can be hard, but if you make it into a dialogue around data that you have collected and proof points about yourself,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't become self-promotion. It becomes a dialogue about data. And I really prefer to have women come into me or have those kinds of dialogues because it shows that they have analytical minds.
Right.
They understand the business, and it isn't about, you should promote me because. It's because of this.
So you have the concrete information, the concrete statistics about yourself and to promote yourself, basically.
Yes. And I think everyone should make a note of that, even if you have your own businesses, is document, right? What are the business successes? Who are your customers? What are the testimonials? What's the volume or the revenues that you've achieved? Because that attracts other customers. So we have to remember that self-promotion based on data is something that can really help our businesses both inside the company and outside.
And that's a good point. Evaluating yourself. If you are your own boss, you have to do that to stay competitive, right?
You do. You really need to know your landscape. And I think a lot of women are really enjoying running their own businesses because they see how much opportunity that they have to learn other areas rather than one functional area, just marketing or just sales or just information technology or finance. Because when you run your own company, you have to understand all facets of business, and you also have to be able to manage people, manage your finances, and become very strategic. So I think a lot of women are looking at that saying, I fit that model quite well. Whether it's based on being a mother or being a sister, women fall into that category and really are embracing it.
Interesting conversation, Dr. Weiland. Thanks very much. People can check out your website as well if they want more information.
Yes, my website is TracyWeiland.com, TracyWilen.com, and my Twitter is @TracyWeiland.
Thank you.
Thank you.